welcome to Financial Blogmas, episode 7. It's a Saturday. So guys, we just can't have a serious topic today. We really can't. We got to have a little bit of fun with these Financial Blogmas because that's kind of what the heart is of this Financial Blogmas. So we're going to have a little bit of fun today. We're going to talk about apparently banana bread. So that is definitely one of those things we're going to hit on today. We're also just going to we're just going to talk about fun stuff. We're going to talk about fun stuff as well. Once you guys start rolling in, we'll start looking at, we'll answer your questions, all of that fun stuff as we move along. This is going to be great. This is going to be great. Absolutely. All right. First of all, one of the other objects of Financial Blogmas is the whole behind the scenes thing. So as you guys can see, we're already kind of behind the scenes. We're doing this one once again in the living room. We got the tree behind me. Behind my head is actually the Chesterfield or couch or whatever we call them nowadays. And we got the Santa pattern going on the upper lights. So we got a few things. We got a few things going. Definitely, it's going to be fantastic. We're gonna have some fun. Let's see. Adidia says, "Hey Santa." Absolutely. Candace Claus. That's my holiday name, I guess. Niece is in the house with a hey. Hello there. All right. One of those questions I get asked all the time is, where the heck does holy banana bread come from? So we're gonna talk about that in this episode. Basically, very well. In the olden days, back when I used to work around the public, not to say that you guys aren't the public, you guys are the public, but I used to work in call centers, things like that when I was younger. And in a call center, you can't exactly swear. You can't have curse words. But I wanted a word. I wanted something that if I was frustrated, I could use it at willy-nilly. And that word became holy banana bread. It just formed one day. I said it, and I was like, I kind of like it. I assume, though, I'm a bit of a geek. So I didn't consciously sort of rip it off of Robin from Batman and Robin, but afterwards I sort of thought that would almost sound like something Robin would say, like, holy banana bread, Batman. But it just worked. It worked. I started using it, and before I knew it, it was kind of like it was just in there. When I started the channel now, I will say, I don't think I intentionally meant to have holy banana bread come out. I don't think I intentionally meant it. But as you guys know, it came out, and soon people were throwing it back at me, and at that point, there was no going back. It became a catchphrase of the channel. All right, I do see Mario in there. Hello, Santa. Yeah, actually, it's funny. When I was getting ready for today, initially, guys, I was going to do a topic about when is the right time to switch to an income portfolio. And Jill was like, Candace, stop. You gotta have some fun with this. That's what the whole point was. And I was like, oh my God, you're right. I probably should, on the Saturdays and Sundays, try to have fun topics for these. So that's kind of how that came about. And then the hat, she was like, you gotta wear a Santa hat. I was like, what? I don't want to wear a Santa hat. She says, you gotta. So I was like, I'll wear the red one. I wore the green one when we did the outside snowstorm one. And by the way, we are going to get hit with more snow tonight. So even right now, I think there's a little bit of flurries falling. But we're supposed to get quite a significant amount of snow overnight. I didn't want to try this outside. I don't know what the lighting would be in the dark. So we didn't get a second snow episode. Just that kind of interesting thing. But we're in here. We're gonna have fun. That's all that matters. All right. Let's see. Facundo says year-to-date returns Santa. Yeah, absolutely. Mario says I see some snow in Ottawa. Yeah, like we got snow on the ground because we had about 5 centimeters over on Wednesday, and tonight we're getting, I think, somewhere's between 10 and 20. So there's going to be lots of snow out there tomorrow, which is going to be fun for sure. If it's still snowing in the morning, maybe I'll do another outside one because I am going to be doing tomorrow's fairly early. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit about my approach. My approach when it comes to how I run the channel, how I present with the channel, because I think that's kind of an interesting thing. So those of you who don't know, I used to teach tech. So that I've had a lot of jobs, guys, a lot of jobs. But I used to teach tech. And when I did, tech is a very dry topic. And what I used to do is I had this kind of philosophy. So if you're in your car and you're out driving by a field, it's an ordinary field, 10 minutes after you pass that field, you're not going to remember the field. You could be quizzed on it. You'll be like, yeah, maybe I passed a field. I don't know. However, if you were to drive by that field and there was a naked dude running across the field, guess what? You're going to remember that field. You'll probably remember that field 20 years from then. You'll still be like, I remember that time there was that naked guy running across the field. That burns it into your mind. So when things are fun, so if you got a little bit of jokiness in there, unusual, things like that, that is a really good tool for learning. And I used to do all kinds of things. Like, for example, when I used to teach about some of the basic internet concepts, I used to bring ping pong balls in to show people what a ping is. And I'd bounce the ball and it'd be like bounce, 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 bounce. And I'm like, each bounce is another IP address in that ping as you're, going through. So I used to do all kinds of things like that. Sometimes I would actually do some magic, sleight of hand, that type of thing. And it worked really, really, really well. And, of course, obviously I got promoted up into management out of that position. So at that point, I trained the trainers because I was running the training department. But yeah, that was kind of fun. That was absolutely fun. But that's what I bring to the channel. So I try, like when I do things like, for example, holy banana bread, or, and everyone's favorite, Mr. Math. When I do that, it's one of those things that just brings that humor to the channel. And banana bread, everybody loves banana bread. It's actually one of the only recipes that has procrastination actually built into the recipe. Well, because you have to let your bananas turn brown, so you can do nothing while that happens. Love it, love it, love it for sure. All right, I did notice we got a few more comments in here. Vaughn is in with a good afternoon all. Hello, Vaughn. Welcome to the stream. We got JJ in with a howdy, and we've reached the next milestone. Oh my God, have we ever, guys? This morning, we broke 5,000. I think we're sitting at 5,002 right now. So that is absolutely awesome. So I'm going to put in the schedule our 5,000 sub celebration. So what we're doing this time around is I'm going to ask you guys questions instead of you asking me. We're probably going to have maybe 50 questions. Maybe 50 questions. I don't know. We'll see how many we get through. We'll have... maybe 50 questions is way too many. We'll figure it out as we get a little bit closer, but there's going to be a prize. So I was sort of thinking, one of the things I was thinking is with each question, whoever the top two people, the first two to get the right answer, I think those will be the ones that get points. And the reason I said the first two is that kind of, if one person happens to have a faster internet connection than you, but yet you knew the answer right away, you could conceivably come in second and still get the point. So I think two, I might even go to three. I'm thinking, I'm leaning two, but three's still a possibility. So at the end of that night, we will tally everything up. Whoever gets the most points is gonna win a 1 hour one-on-one with me. So, we can look at your portfolio. We can I can cover material that you want me to cover. Or if you don't want any of that and you just want to, hey, let's just have a conversation for an hour, you got it. It's all up to you, whoever wins. Second place, you're going to get a free subscriber sponsored video. So you can tell me which company you want to deep dive on and they get it. I will still, with that second place prize, I will still put in the caveat that there's no penny stocks or brand new stocks because I need to have data to be able to do the deep dive, of course. But yeah, those are coming up. Those are coming up. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm not going to give you guys hard questions. I really, really won't. I'll give you an example of a type of question I might ask. What is the opposite of a bear market? See? I'm pretty sure most of you can get that. I'm pretty sure. So we're going to ask very simple questions. There might be a few hard ones thrown in just for fun, but for the most part, I don't want new people, like beginners, to have a big disadvantage. So I'm trying to level the playing field the best I can. And honestly, probably somebody who is new probably could use the prize a lot more than somebody who's already seasoned. But I can't wait. I can't wait. It's going to be fun. It won't be this week. It's probably going to be the following week because this week we have our exclusive channel members video, and that's going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's see here. JJ is saying 50 questions is good. Meow Mix says congrats. Jonathan is in the house coming to us from Halifax. Love Halifax. I'm from Halifax, so very special. Now, I don't think they've had any snow at all in Halifax. They're probably going to have a light year for snow, whereas Ottawa, we're expected to have more snow than normal, and that's going to be interesting. I know right now they're accessing the Rideau Canal and whether they can open or when they're going to be able to open. They hope to open, of course, in January. Snow in the beginning is actually good for thickening the ice, but then once you get a little bit further into the season, you want that snow gone because it can provide insulation, and that insulation makes it a little bit hard to get some good ice on the canal. So we're going to find out. Adia says, who sells the most banana bread? I have no clue. I have absolutely no clue at all who sells the most banana bread. I probably should have seen that question coming, but I will tell you this. Banana bread is pretty much bananas living their best afterlife. That's just the way it is. That's the way it is. JJ says, Trump market. Bear opposite. A Trump market. Okay, JJ. I see that you're in no danger of winning. You're in no danger of winning. But that is funny. That is funny. And guys, you will get to see that Trump beaver again tomorrow. So it's going to be used during the news in this week. So you will see it for sure. Mario says, who eats the most banana bread? That's a good question. That's a good question. Believe it or not, I don't actually have banana bread that often. I do love it. So it's not me. It's not me, unfortunately. Jonathan says, nope, just cold in Halifax today. Oh, gosh. Yeah, what can you do? What can you do? You know what? Take the cold, because I know what can happen in Halifax when you get some of these big storms, so you don't need any more of those. Bismarck, he says, good afternoon. It is snowing in the Toronto area. Ooh, nice. Yeah, it's like, as I said, we've already got flurries here. So I'm expecting it's gonna be snowing pretty darn soon if it's not already snowing. Jonathan says, let's see, the only downside to this format is I can't stream to Comcast from my phone. Oh yeah, because we're doing these in the horizontal. Oh yeah. Oh gosh. You know what? I'm just trying to think. Yeah, because I kind of just don't want these in the office. Yeah, you'll have to live. At least it's only these, and these are just kind of like, today is a silly one anyway. It's you're not going to leave here saying, "Oh my God, I feel like I've learned a lot." Nope, that's not going to happen at all. JJ says it's -10 in Montreal today. Yeah, I think it's pretty close to that here. Now, guys, if you guys are not aware, Ottawa and Montreal, we're really, really close. Like, quite literally, I think you can drive from here to Montreal in like less than 2 hours, maybe even closer to 1 hour, depending on how fast you drive. JJ says, I plan on joining the Fin Trivia as a live guest on StreamYard. Nice. You want to be a live guest on Streamline. I don't know how that works, JJ. I don't know how that works. We'll figure that. We're going to figure that out. We're going to figure that out. I'm probably not going to have a guest actually on that one in particular. So you might be in the audience for that one, unless I change my mind or you change my mind for me. But we'll see. We'll see. I haven't even, like I said, I haven't even written it yet on the schedule. I'm going to do that probably today. Probably today. Or tomorrow. It depends. Tonight, I think after this, I'll probably have supper. And then I'm probably going to watch, because I didn't get a chance to see Beetlejuice in the theater. And now it's out on the streaming services. I think I have it on Crave. So going to watch that tonight. Check it out. See how that goes. Meowmix says you have to have some hard questions. Maybe. Now, this is a funny story. When I used to, because I used to select, when I used to work for the Uniserve, which is a big internet company out in the West, I used to select any of the technicians that wanted to become level 2 technicians. I used to administer a test to them, and then I would select and interview them and select which one would get to move up. My test was legendary because I made a test that was impossible to pass. It was absolutely impossible. I designed this test to crush their spirits. But here's the reasoning behind it. So don't all of a sudden say, "Oh my God, Candace, you're so evil." The object of the test is I didn't want to know what they know, because I don't care what they know. What I wanted to know and I wanted to see is how they handle the stuff they don't know, because that's what their job was going to be. They were going to get bombarded by questions, a lot of really difficult stuff that they've never seen before. And I wanted to see how they handled it. So I wanted to see, one, do they just make up answers? Or two, do they admit, I don't know the answer to this. I'm going to have to research it, that type of thing. That's what it was designed for. And the funny thing is I had my true and false section. You would think that would be easy, and that was actually one of the hardest, because I would use little tiny words that would completely change the meaning of everything. So, instead of a true, it's a false, but everybody would pick true because they weren't looking close enough. They weren't looking at the details. And that was the thing. Nobody ever, as long as I was there, nobody passed this exam. Nobody. And everybody would come into it because it had a reputation. They're like, I'm going to be the first one to pass. And I'm like, yeah, okay, let's give it a whirl. I think the closest is I had somebody once come in at about a 40%, but nobody ever passed it. And I changed it every single time too, because I did not want somebody who had taken it before to start saying, oh, here's all the trick questions that you have to watch out for. I changed it every single time because I was not going to let that happen. I wasn't going to let them cheat, for sure. All right, Jonathan says, I heard Beetlejuice isn't very good. That was sad to hear. I love the original. And it may be. Maybe it's not good. I don't know. It'll be, honestly, I've watched some really bad movies. So I'm up for it, whether it's good or bad. We'll see. Yamek says, good way to get people to dislike you. Not really. I think once I explained, because I would talk to everybody after the exam, and once I explained what I was actually doing, it made a lot of sense. And, and one of them was still getting hired. So it's not like nobody was not getting hired. It wasn't like, oh, you're all disqualified. No. I mean, the object was just to see how they handled under that pressure. And it worked. It worked really, really well. Mario says, the new Beetlejuice is good. I saw it in the theater. All right. Well, Mario actually saw it. Jonathan, you're going by a hearsay. So I'm going to go with Mario on this one. If Mario saw it and says it's good, I'm going to assume it's good. I'm going to assume it's good for sure. Just to keep things going. yeah, like I said, definitely love that. So guys, I wanted to talk a tiny bit about a little bit about my process, because when I'm putting together a video, the first thing I normally do is, of course, once I come up with the idea and get a general idea of what the thumbnail is going to be, I will then normally script the video. Now, here's the funny thing. I will script some jokes. Some of the humor I do script into it just because. But the real funny stuff tends to come on the cuff. So when I'm filming, a lot of times I might be reading off, I might be reading off my script, and all of a sudden something funny pops into my head, and it just comes out. Sometimes it gets cut in the edit because it's maybe too funny for a financial video. But sometimes it does make it. Every so often, I have something that's kind of too funny for a financial video, but it's just right to throw at the end for a blooper. So I will occasionally throw a blooper on. Actually, I haven't done one in a while. I probably should do one soon, because I always like a good blooper. Yeah, and some of the ones I have posted, and I couldn't even tell you what videos have them on it. Some of them were pretty funny for sure. So I'm going to start trying to keep those bloopers and maybe throw them at the end more often, because I think that's something. It's one of my, if I have a New Year resolution for the channel, that would definitely be one of them, just because bloopers are a lot of fun. I won't go overboard. Like, I won't throw like 5, 6 bloopers at the end of a video. I might throw like one if there's a really good one type thing. So yeah, that's something to certainly look forward to as well. All that fun. Oh, and I'll tell you, I am really, now that we're past that 5,000, I'm just really, really happy, because it's interesting. Every single 1,000 that we've gotten faster than the previous 1,000. So 4,000, we did that in July. So from July to December, we got to 5,000. So, that's up roughly half a year. So we won't take another half a year to get to 6,000. Now, there won't be a celebration at 6,000, I don't think. At least nothing big. The next big one, I think we're going to do at 7,500, and then at 10,000. 10,000, we'll have to do something huge. I don't know what. The 7,500 will be kind of more of just a bonus stream type thing. We'll still do something. We'll work it all out, because, now that as you get bigger and bigger, things start moving faster and faster. So that's kind of cool. I like that idea. So we definitely have some stuff to do. Classic Strategist just came in and said, hello there, Classic. How the heck are you? Oh, and by the way, with banana bread, so we got the holy banana bread, but there's also other variations of it as well. So if I'm going to insult a particular person, and sometimes it's actually an endearing insult. Like, let's say JJ was being annoying. He was like changing all the titles over on Discord and making them so I couldn't figure out which one was which. I might say, that JJ's a banana bread head. So I might say that. That's just one of those things there that we will certainly do. Also, if something is absolutely messed up, I will occasionally say, that's banana fuddling. That's banana fuddled, that type of thing. So there are a couple of variations. We won't see that many. Classic Strategist. So what's the topic? So normally we have a serious topic, but these are the financial Blogmasses. They're meant to be really loosey-goosey, and it's the weekend, so we're just sort of talking the breeze. We're just talking the breeze, talking a little bit about humor. These things normally go 15 minutes to about 30 minutes. We're at 24 right now, but yeah, whatever you guys, if you guys have something or a topic you want, like, you guys can still ask questions. I'm not going to just not answer them. The only thing I can't answer is if you want me to look something up. I've got no access to anything, because, the Christmas tree doesn't have a lot of information there. It's not really a smart tree. So, we're just hanging. We're just hanging more than anything else. I even got a beverage here. Very good, very good. Yeah, So that's kind of that's kind of the topic. It's like Seinfeld. There's no topic. No topic today, really. But tomorrow will probably be a little bit less loosey goosey, but we'll still try to. I'm still going to try to find something fun for tomorrow. Then Monday to Friday of this week, we'll find something a little more serious. Now, classic. If this is your first time here, because I don't recognize you, we do all serious stuff and everything else. Like when we're doing market closes, we have a show tomorrow. It's called This Week. This week comes this week's tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. Normally goes about 2 hours. We talk about the financial news of the week, and I answer tons of questions. It's also not in this this format. It's your regular, typical YouTube live stream format. And we pull up the other screen. We pull up charts. All of that fun stuff for sure. Let's see. Classic says, okay, great. Just a bit of a weekend yapping. Yeah, I'm yapping along for sure. Mario says, I don't see the cats. Maybe they're in the Christmas tree. No, believe it or not. Well, the kitten has tried to eat the Christmas tree a couple of times, and but for the most part, they're mostly leaving the tree alone. Now, I think there is a cat underneath me, because underneath the chair I'm sitting on, there's a little, it's a heated cabin for cats, and I think one of the cats is sleeping in that, and I think the other two are upstairs. So, no cats around. Now, you can see there is a cat tree over there in the corner, but they don't use it that much anymore. They used to use it a lot, but now that, well, the kitten will no longer be a kitten as of February. So, definitely. Let's see. Classic says, indeed. Also related to investing. Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is an investing channel. We do talk about investing a lot. But yeah, all of our serious streams, we certainly talk about investing. If you have an investing question that's just burning in your heart right now, you can certainly ask it. I have no qualms about that because, I answer a lot of questions. Let's see. Hoping we will get a Christmas rally, but it's weekend, so I won't talk about that now. Actually, interesting, the very first episode of these financial Blogmas, we covered the Santa Claus rally. So check that one out. But yeah, I'm expecting the market to be up in December. And, that technically that is a Santa Claus rally. I don't think it's going to be a super strong Santa Claus rally, but I do think things are going to be up for sure. I'm pretty optimistic on the market. I know when you go on YouTube, there's a lot of people who are like, oh my God, there's a recession coming. It's going to tear everything down. It's like, come on, guys. It's not. It's not going to happen as soon as some people tend to get into that whole doom and gloom mindset. I think we're fine. I think we're fine for now. We will have a recession in the future, absolutely. I think there's a real possibility. If it happens in 2025, I don't think it'll happen until bare minimum the summer. But even then, I'm almost kind of at that point where I'm thinking maybe like early 2026 or the very end of 2025. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes as we go along. Let's see. Mario says, put some catnip on the cat tree. Mario, I don't want... these cats love... Well, two of them love catnip. That would be a disaster waiting to happen for sure. Mario says, my HBA is doing well. And since your video, lots more volume now. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, well, good. I don't know if I can take credit for that volume, though, Mario. But, hey, why not? Why not? Volume is good. Classic Strategist says, well said, indicator still looks strong. Completely agree. Yeah, absolutely. I know for a fact that nobody knows for a fact when a recession is coming. And that is absolutely true. Some YouTubers, especially, I see this more on the US side than on the Canada side, but some YouTubers get to that point where doom and gloom gets more clicks. If I make a thumbnail and I'm like, looks like I'm scared and looks like the sky is falling and then I'm talking about a recession being imminent, that'll get a lot of clicks. But I don't roll that way. I'm not gonna, I'm not going to sort of create scare tactics just to get clicks. I'm just going to say the way it is. If I do a clickbaity type title, I'm going to deliver on whatever the clickbaity part was. So, yeah, for sure. All right, guys. Oh boy, we hit that 30-minute mark. We hit that 30-minute mark. If you guys got any last-minute questions, throw them in. We'll definitely answer them if you got them. Mario says everyone is talking about a crash soon, even former BlackRock employees. Well, they're former employees for a reason. Just saying, just saying. There will be crashes. I mean, there will be corrections, no doubt about it. And when you look at Warren Buffett, and this is what everybody's always arguing about, they're like, Warren Buffett keeps selling stuff. He's stacking up on the cash. Well, yeah, we're in a bull market. The smart way to invest is when you're in a bull market is take your profits, put it into cash. It doesn't have to be just, dollars sitting there. You can put it like into a cash ETF or something to make a little bit off of it and build up that cash position, build up that fixed income position, because when we do get our crash, when we do go into that bear market, you're going to have the cash to buy all of these discounted stocks. And that's how you make money. So once we're at the bottom, like once we begin to recover from the bear market, your cash position should be really, really low because you should have been buying down there. And then as we move back into the next bull cycle, once again, you slowly start building up your cash position as you move along, and you just keep rinsing and repeating, and that's the way you make money. And that's what Warren Buffett is doing. So people are looking at that and they're like, oh, he's putting money into cash. The market must be ready to crash. No, he's getting ready for when the market crashes, but it's not an indication that it's imminent at all. So just keep that in mind. All right. Let's see. A Classic says they are talking about that the last 2 years. Yeah, they have been. They have been. Quite literally, as soon as we get out of the bear market, we started moving into a bull market. People were starting about the crash right away. They're like, oh my God, yeah, we're going to go back into another bear market. For once, a lot of people argued, oh, we're not out of the bear market. This is just a bullish trend. It's just a bullish trend. A year later, it's still a bullish trend. And then finally they admit, okay, yeah, all right, we're in a bull market, but we're going to crash. We're going to crash. Everything's going down. But it's not. It's not. Mario says, what's happening with Evolve? Okay, so yeah, Evolve, I do have a partnership with Evolve ETFs. So they have selected 3 ETFs that they want me to do deep dives on. I have not yet signed the paperwork, so they have to send that to me. So those will be coming up eventually. I have a feeling you won't see the first one until like January, but yeah, they're definitely coming. And the best thing is, because this is kind of one of those things, like this is why, guys, I turned down a lot of opportunities to do a sponsorship for the simple reason that, I'm not going to sponsor some kind of crap coin, some kind of crap ETF. Not going to do it. If I don't like the ETFs, I'm not gonna accept the sponsorship. I do like Evolve. Evolve is, I think, a good company, and they have some pretty good ETFs, and you guys will get to see as I break some of them down. But yeah, I'm definitely liking that completely. Let's see. Mario says, finally. Yeah, that's only 1 month away. Yeah, absolutely. Like I already know the 3 ETFs they want me to do the deep dives on, and I like all 3 of them. I like all 3 of them. Now, you guys can certainly guess. I'm not going to reveal what they are, only because I might not be allowed to. I don't know. I haven't seen the contract yet. But I will say that I think these are good. I think these will be nice. They're a good complement to the channel, and it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be fun. Yeah, Mario says keep it a secret. I'm gonna keep it a secret for sure. Yeah, it's gonna be a whole bunch of fun. And the interesting thing too, Evolve, they don't want to just come in and do 3 and disappear. They want a longer relationship with the channel, so that's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. Let's see. Mary says, I have some Evolve in my portfolio. See, you may. you may already have one of the ones I'm going to be talking about. We'll have to see. I can't, yeah, I absolutely can't wait. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Um, and that's the thing. I did say, make sure you let me know any talking points that you want me to hit because, I don't mind hitting their talking points. Now, I'll give you an idea though. One of the one of the other companies that had wanted to do I can't remember the name of the company, but there was some crypto casino company. They wanted me to do a sponsored video, and I was like, nope, no way, under no circumstances will that happen. Because it's like, no, I'm not gonna give anything seedy like that. There was one other company that I was in talks with last year. They provided a mining, so it's more or less a Canadian mining guide. And I said, okay, yeah, I don't mind reviewing the guide. I'll do that for you. But I gave them the price, and they thought it was too high. And I was like, I'm not going to make a dedicated video for you for less than that. So that kind of ended right there. But and I was fine with that. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine. All right, guys. There we go. We went 36 minutes on this one. This is fantastic. So we'll have another one of these tomorrow. And of course, we got the big show tomorrow as well. I can't wait. And you guys will get to see Beaver Trump again. He wants to get into those pictures because he is trying to make dams great again. So what can I say? All right, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. It's time to go hit a little bit of grub and then watch the old Beetlejuice. And I'll let you know I'll let you know tomorrow which one of you guys was right, Mario or Jonathan. So yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. Anyway, guys, until tomorrow, take care. Have yourself a fantastic I was gonna say neat. Have a fantastic night. Have a fantastic night. We'll be back tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bye. And Jonathan says, ta-da. Bye, Jonathan. Bye, everybody. Bye, Mario. Bye, Strategic. All of you guys. Fantastic. Take care, guys. All right. Here we go.